fine.
You could hear the music.
Yeah, I could.
You could hear it, and you weren't supposed to. I try not to make your ears bleed with the funk.
Oh, yeah, sometimes the ADHD blocks it out, and sometimes it amplifies it, but it blocked it out.
Hey, we're here. We did it. We did it. We're here twice in a week. We did it.
Not
Holy butts. Huh? I mean, twice.
In a week, because 7 to 7. That's a week.
Episode 2.
That works.
I'm following English rules and putting the little numbers in letters because that's what you do. You know, like when you're writing, he had 5 dogs, you would put FIVE, but if you said he has 300 dogs, you could put 300. Yeah. Did you know that?
Thank
you. Oh, look at that little guy brought you some water.
Oh, hey, Bibby.
Is that mine?
Yes.
Did you call Jacob Bibby?
Well, William did the thing and then left.
We used them
interchangeably.
interchangeably.
Where is the Superman cape?
The cake? Yeah. Well, it's not here because it's in the attic.
Yes.
I had a plan for this area. I had the concept of a play for this area. As you can see, much like many of the concepts to many plans, it's not there. My plan was to put. So I got this really cool antique hook, and I was going to put my Indiana Jones jacket in the hat right there with the bag hanging back there.
Oh, that would be cool.
Which I thought would be pretty cool.
And then what happened?
Huh?
And then what happened?
I don't know what you mean. Isn't that how all thoughts end? With the thinking part, and then you quit?
Steven and I need house elves to do things for us.
Yeah, we need like can you have surrogates? Like surrogates to go, I have an idea. They go, yes, sir, let me accomplish that for you, but give you all the credit.
Surrogate brains?
That would be the best part.
Just house elves. I want
just
house elf.
Okay.
I think this thought you do this thing.
Hey, can you hear this?
Yep.
Okay, good. Hey, I fixed them all.
Stop eating my sesame cake.
Nailed it. Yeah, it turns out when I rebuilt my computer, those files went to a different place. I had to reroute everything.
The house elves asked you not to. Well, they sent them. Yeah, I don't know how computers work, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
I break the things.
They don't work. All right. We are at 7:07. Do you have your news report up in front, or do you have the notes?
Yes.
Pre-flight checks. You got the notes. Yes. I got notes. We are set. I'm so tired. Okay, it's been a...
Aren't you doing a show immediately after this?
Yes.
At 7:30?
At 8:30. At 8:30.
Oh.
So I have a little bit of extra time. I thought it was at 8.
I wondered why you were not panicking.
Oh, no, it's...
I'm like, why is he so chill about this? Like,
I don't panic anymore. That's old me. New me doesn't panic. Where's the countdown? Okay, this is what I gotta find. All right. All these buttons should work now. Hey, do me a favor. Son of a biscuit. Why does it do that sometimes? Okay. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna record a little bit, and we're gonna clap. We do this in Those Were the Days, and it helps me line things up. Because last week so for some reason the recording got a little wonky.
Okay.
Yeah, so it all looks good. Okay, so we're going to nab it, Discord. Quit going to sleep. All right.
Oh, yeah, the clock started.
Yeah, so we're going to do a 3, 2, 1 clap, right? You ready?
Uh-huh.
3, 2, 1. Perfect. Awesome. It also tells me...
That was like dead on. That was pretty cool.
Isn't that good? Yeah, so you were laggy for me, but that's okay, because I expected
really?
that. It just means that you're going to talk a little later than I expect you to, so I'll leave more air gaps. You know what I mean?
Dead air.
Dead air.
The countdown has begun, and the countdown should not have begun.
I'm going to fix that. What do I look like, some kind of amateur? All right, here we go. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's do this thing. Kicking it off. We're refreshing. I hit the button. I hit it twice. Did it work? Didn't do anything it was supposed to. All right, hold on. Let's go again. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of A Half Hour of Power, where I almost say the wrong name every single dang time. It is so good to have you here joining us for some weird news, some fun times, all crammed into a super special half hour, no longer than an episode of a TV show that's actually 30 minutes. And you know what the good news is about our half hour of power is that we're not going to cram it full of commercials. Unless someone tells us we're going to give us lots of money for those commercials. We're never going to insert an ad unless, of course, they give us money for it. There's no way that you can buy us except if you have cash. We are the last stalwart of ad-free stuff unless we need it. I'm your host, Steven, joined as always by the amazing, the incredible Smashy.
Hello.
It's like we never left.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Except for that name change.
Yeah, but I mean, more. There's, it's good. It's good to change your life every now and then.
Steven, you know what needs to change? This chair.
I thought you fixed it. I thought we were in a better place mentally.
So I leaned it. I figured out how to lean it backwards, but now I'm just like, what's up? I got the belly, because it's too far backwards, and I just feel like I'm couch surfing in my California friend's house. You know what I mean?
Cruising. Yeah. What's up? You're doing the whole. What are you doing?
The Cartman. Oh God, I can't lean down that far.
Dude,
okay.
I've been playing so much Warcraft. I'm turning into that guy that's got the wrist strap and it's drooling on myself, playing the world of Wowcraft. I've had a great time. It's been a good journey back in. You should dive back in when you have, all the time you've got.
Everybody except Sub is excited to be back in the Wowcraft.
Sub isn't excited? I thought Sub was excited.
Sub is excited about the tickets he makes and the responses he gets.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. Well, now I understand. Hey, I got a real good one for you. I got a good story. Are you prepared?
Yes.
All right, get ready because this one's got some graphic content. Okay.
Okay.
Put your kids away because we're about to talk about something. So it all starts with the Lutheran Church. All right. Okay. Okay. So I get invited to go hang out at this Lutheran church on a Sunday for a good old picnic, kickoff fall kind of thing. One of Sam's buddies is friends with, go ahead. Question there in the audience. What is it?
What's the difference between a Lutheran church and then any other church?
I don't know. Probably the name. Maybe the name of it. Anyway. So we're going okay, Sam, your buddy, and my friend, who's your friend's dad, mom, they're all going to be there. We'll go and introduce ourselves. So it starts off a little awkward because I drive in the wrong way. So it's a very small church, and they've set up this cornhole tournament and this game called 9 Square, which I learned about, which was really, really, really fun, all in the parking lot. And I'm like, do, pulling in my big old Ford, pick
I
up
was
truck.
going to say, were you in your truck?
Of course I was. So I'm pulling this parking lot and I'm looking and people are staring at me. I'm like, well, I can't drive through the cornhole tournament, but I find a parking spot. So I'm like, oh no, and I look at my phone after I park and it's my buddy says, hey, pull in the second entryway. Well, missed that memo. So I put that in my pocket. I get out and I try to fake it. Hey, I'm Steven. I'm looking for my friend. And I give, his name. And luckily he's well known. Whew.
Okay. I was going to say, what if they're yeah.
Right? So there's 20 people. There are probably 30 people there. But anyway, I get roped into a cornhole tournament with my friend. He's like, well, my wife doesn't want to play. And I was like, well, I'll play. Ashley, I've never played cornhole in a competitive fashion before.
Really?
No, I didn't know how to score corn. Do you know cornhole has scores? Points?
Yeah, depending on where it is on the board and if you bump somebody off or that's what she said.
Yeah, when you're bumping bags, as they say.
That's so much better.
So I'm in this cornhole tournament all of a sudden, I'm playing cornhole and we make it to round 3. I don't know what I'm doing, but now I've learned the score, so the pressure's on. So we're playing cornhole. I go up against these people, Barb and Ted. So Barb and Ted.
This is such a good story.
Barb's from Wisconsin. So
I was
Barb's.
gonna say, did this take place in Wisconsin? Oh my god!
Don't you know? Barb is a pro. You know, she's great. I meet Barb. She's super sweet. Ted's cool. Ted's focused. He ain't got time to meet people. He's down there ready to throw. Anyway, we're throwing, and there were so many "that's what she said's" coming out of Barb's mouth. I almost had an aneurysm. It was.
I like Barb.
Absolutely amazing. So Ted throws. She's like, "Come on, Ted, get it in the hole, Ted. Get it in the hole, Ted."
Oh, so she wasn't saying that's what she said. She had no idea she was
She didn't know. And I was like, that's what she said. That's what someone's had an aneurysm. I was dying. Barb's over there. Get in the hole, Ted. And then he would throw it and it would go past you like, not so hard, Ted. Don't put it, not so hard. Slide it in there. Slide it in the hole. And this is an old woman who's old enough that she probably missed the "that's what she said" era of humanity.
Oh, no.
And I was losing it, Smashy. I was like, I'm gonna explode. I was like Roger Rabbit in the Speakeasy when it's like shaving a haircut. I was like, what am I gonna say? It was so funny. A little bit softer, Ted. That one was a little slow. Get it? It was constant.
Nobody else snickering?
I didn't
or
see
like
anybody
everybody
snicker.
avoiding eye contact?
I didn't see anybody snicker, but I was pooping my pants. I was losing control of my system. I couldn't breathe. It was the funniest, most amazing thing I've ever been a part of, and we got whooped by Barb and Ted sliding it in the hole. It was something else. We were up 19-0, and they came back and defeated us, and it was a shame. I was like, I'm gonna win my first tournament.
Round?
Yeah, out of 5. So like we were halfway there, you know. But yeah, Barb just gave me all kinds of joy that day, and I will never forget how much fun I had.
All kinds of joy too. Apparently,
Slide it in the hole. Slide it in the hole. A little bit slower. I can't do Wisconsin, but just imagine it, if you will.
Well,
and
that's
it
when you started this story. Even somebody said something about it sounding Midwestern. Southern. Some said it was Southern, but I'm just like, this is. I can't. If somebody says something that's what she said worthy, I can't not say it. Like it just.
Oh, you should have been there. You would have had a blast.
I'd have died. I would have had to have left.
It was super great. I will say they were the best bunch of people. Like they were welcomed me right in. I got introduced to everybody. They were like, "Come play 9 Square," and I'm like, you know me, I'm kind of shy. I don't like raising my arms above my head in front of new people. But it's like this game where they've got these 8-foot squares above you, and you get in a square, and you have to keep the ball from going through the. They pop the ball up, and you're like, oh, I got to keep the ball from getting in my square. Like I want to go out of my square. And then whoever the ball goes in their square, they leave, and then you move up to the next square. It was cool.
So when you say above you, you mean in front of you?
I mean there are stilts. Imagine poles going up, if you will, and then
so
at
Harry
the top
Potter.
of those, and at the top of those poles, they're all connected to make like a grid. So put a grid on the ground and then elevate it above your head, and not with 9 like a 3x3 grid. And then it's above your head on like PVC pipes, like above you. Yeah, and then
you have to doink them. Who tells which hole it goes into?
So the person in the middle serves the ball up in the air, and then whatever square it's about to fall into, that person has to defend their square and make the ball go out, but not make it go so far out that it leaves the field of play, the grid. It has to go into somebody else's square.
How have I never heard of this?
I don't know. It was cool. And you could be like a 90-year-old with a bad hip and you could play the game. Because as long as you can lift your hands up, you can play the game. It was great. They had every adult I'd ever seen. There was like one kid and the rest of it was adults. It's the weirdest thing I'd ever seen. Everywhere I go with adults, they're sitting in a lawn chair drinking beer, watching kids play. So it was new to me.
Nope, broke it. Broke everything. Are you still there?
I'm still here. Don't touch stuff.
We're all good.
Anyway, how have you been?
That's so Steven, do you like fluffy biscuits or do you like flat biscuits in your chicken and dumplings.
Oh, I see where we're going here.
Yes.
I kind of prefer a dumpling to be of substance, like a round
like a fluff
dumpling,
puff.
like a fluff
Yes.
puff, not a flat.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So Jacob likes noodles and dumpling, and he's like, no, it's a pastry. I'm like, no, it's a noodle. You put noodles in and I've never seen anyone that puts noodles in their dumpling, but apparently it's a thing. Sub was making chicken and dumplings, and Jacob was writing him about them not being. That's what she said. Flatty McFlatter's flats.
Jacob's a flat dumpling person.
Yeah, so you get these like it's like a flat pack of these frozen noodle things, and then you just drop them in, but they can only stay in for like 3 minutes, and then you have to scoop those out and put the new frozen ones in. I'm like, not only is it more annoying and time intensive to noodle dumpling, but it's not as good as a fluff dumpling.
That sounds like a lot of extra work.
Right. I don't like extra work in regards to food. I want Soylent Green and I want to move on.
Yeah, I want to just as fast as it can be made. That's what I want it to do. Yeah, because I cheat, and this is going to break lots of culinary. Let's be honest. I don't cook well, so let's just get that out of the way. But I use canned biscuits, and I just tear the little canned biscuits into pieces and throw them in there. And then you end up with like a little flat. I mean, it's going to be biscuit dough one way or the other. I'm either going to make Bisquick myself or I'm just going to pinch cans of biscuits into pieces. Chuck them in there.
Pinch out the can.
So I need to remember this, though, because I've fed y'all chicken and dumplings before.
And I thought it was perfect. But apparently, Noodle Man needs noodle dumplings.
Like Cracker Barrel does it. Because Cracker... They do the flat ones.
But it's still way no, do they?
It has a texture, but they're flat.
Wait, these are like lasagna thickness.
Oh no, that's not going to work for me. That's not a dumpling. That's a noodle, like you said.
It's a noodle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wrong.
No.
That's incorrect.
Correct.
The correct.
If you like orange
in
your coffee, you are wrong.
You're wrong. Some things you're just wrong about, and you just have to accept that. But you can be okay in your wrongness. I support your ability to make something you think is chicken and dumplings. But I mean,
not, like a dumpling is not a noodle. Like
no, a dumpling's a biscuit dough.
Puff.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's boiled biscuit dough. That's what it is.
Write us and tell us if you like the. There's probably people like, what the hell's a chicken and a dumpling?
No, look. Half the people that have found our show are from Georgia. I've been making this.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's kind of wild the amount of internet that got to us by way of Georgia. It's kind of absurd.
There's like random pockets of the entire world and then Georgia.
They just somehow thought that like horseshoes and hand grenades would appeal to Georgians. So we got like 4 of them all at once. It was all Georgia.
Probably because of that country band that also had the name Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, remember?
That's a good point. I still think that... No, go ahead.
No, I was just wondering if they looked it up and they're like, well, why not?
I still am convinced that most people came to our shows live because they thought we were somebody else. But then they ended up having fun anyway, which is okay. That's what you want,
I like the people that are like, well, I'm already doing this. I'm not going to stop.
Yeah, I'm already here. I mean, whatever.
We'll just, might as well keep doing the thing.
Already here. Speaking of, I was going to tell our friends at home, we got a new thing, Smash. You can send us audio messages. If you go to speakpipe.com/2dorks, you can, put that in your speak pipe and smoke it. You can send us audio messages right in your browser. You just hit record and you record your voice there and then send it to us and we can play it. So just throwing
That's
that out
cool.
there. Isn't that neat?
Should we screen that or just trust the process?
Definitely screen the speak pipes. Definitely. I got that from the wise and nerdy people. They do it. And I was like, ooh, that's neat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. You know what? Half the time our audio is the best audio, so why not?
Yeah, we
Fine.
get great people.
Have you
Great
ever
people.
been to the gynecologist even?
Yeah, isn't that the butthole doctor? That's
But
the
that's
one.
you guys. Yeah, well, I was gonna say you only have to go once a year, but I guess I would say I would only need to go to the gynecologist once a year, but I've been pregnant like every 2 years for the last 4.5. So I went today, and normally there's nobody in the waiting room. Like they see me immediately, but there was like 90 people in the waiting room, like stacked shoulder to shoulder, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then I feel like there's waiting room etiquette, and you just sit there and shut the fuck up. And if you're with your spouse or whomever, you have a quiet conversation, kind of this like no louder than this. It's more hush than a normal conversation. Like you don't go, now mom, they're gonna stick their hand up my vagina and test to see if I have chlamydia, and then if that gets transferred to the baby, and then if not, they're gonna rub my asshole with a Q-tip and see if I have that streptococcus shit. For like, so that was a conversation that was happening at that loudness, and I'm like,
Y'all seeing this?
all right. And then there's a baby in a stroller being pushed back and forth. And then the streptococcus lady wakes the baby up and the baby starts screaming. And I'm like, okay, this is fine. Everything is fine. And then there's a lady on the phone. And I'm like, nope, I quit. And so I'm like looking around for an exit. And they have like the side door locked. So somebody walks through the side door. I pop up and I run and I catch it. And I'm like, I am going into the back offices with the quiet midwives that know me and will allow me to be my weird self. So I started walking around, and one of the nurses was like, Ash. I'm like, yes. She's like, I was coming to get you. I'm like, thank God.
They just know you by name in there. You're just like, it's me. I'm gonna go sit in the nurse's lounge because I can't handle these people.
I have dippity shit weird conversations with people about snorting the gestational diabetes powder off of dirty toilet seats with expired credit cards.
Just like you do, you know.
Yeah, so I think I kind of stick out in people's heads.
Ashley, unforgettable.
And I always have this thing on too. So like the megalodon too. Like I walked in and I always go Ashley Hartzell, and the woman at the front desk looked at me and she's like, "We know who you are." Like, I didn't want to assume. But yeah, it was awful. Apparently one of the doctors had to like peace out to go do like an emergency C-section. And then all of her patients got rotated onto like two midwives. Two plus two.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. And it was insanity. And like I think I'm at the stage hormonally where I can't, like my ADHD doesn't filter, it amplifies. And I'm like, I want you all to die, and I want it to be painful, and I want you to take your chlamydia conversation home and have it quietly.
Oh my gosh. It's like being in that's not you don't that's the worst waiting room because you don't know how much to ignore. I mean, you can't ignore the people sitting around you talking about their, hoo-ha falling out or whatever.
Okay, and the midwife section is a smaller enclosed space. Like if you go to the doctor side of it, it's all open and there's like it's just a big seating room. This it is not. It's like probably 20 chairs, maybe 15. You know what I mean? So it's like
you're crammed.
Right. And I'm just like, shut up. Like, why would you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, could you bump up a smidge? Oh, am I low?
Oh,
wow.
did I made Ashley quieter? That's absurd. I was
hard.
That's not the gynecologist where everybody knows your name. Hammer.
Yes.
That's funny.
So they want me to come in twice a week now to have me do a non-stress test. And I'm like, you realize if you make me come in twice a week on top of everything else I'm doing, that's not going to non-stress me.
I will be stressed. Extra stressed.
I made the appointment, and then when they called to confirm it, I canceled it.
You are the worst non-compliant patient that ever walked the earth. Aside from your mom.
I don't need it, Steven. I was like, is this to make me feel better? And they're like, well, like, we can't tell you with 100% certainty, like what happened with the last pregnancy. And I'm like, it was a cord accident. You were there. She's like, I was, but I can't say that. And I'm like, do I have to have this? And she's like, I can't say no, but you know what I mean? Like,
it's like, I'm not going to tell you not to do it.
yes. Yes.
You know.
But I don't, yeah, no. So
that's
I made
all they
the
have to
appointment,
say. Yeah.
And then
Can they wink?
I canceled it.
That's so
Like,
great.
It's dumb. Like, I don't want, I know.
Yeah. Why go if you don't have to go? That's just another visit with more
Twice a week
cash.
for the next 3 months? Nah.
Yeah, I don't think so. Forget that.
No.
Yeah.
She didn't say no. She just violently shook her head. Do I need it? Yes.
Yes. For the audio listeners, we were violently shaking our heads while saying yes. Speaking of doctors, I got a text message today that told me I'm overdue for my physical. And I got a bone to pick with the wording of that message because you told me you would call me when it was time for my next one. And I never got a call. So overdue seems to accuse me of missing something. I did not miss. You did not call. And I'm half a mind to call him back and be like, I have a problem with your messaging, doctor. I did not
same
miss.
Doctor I go to?
I don't. Doctor starts with an R.
Yeah.
That's the doctor I go to. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of that doctor's assistant anymore. You like the old one. I don't like the new one.
No.
Yeah. I don't like the new one at all.
No, I don't.
You know why, though? They won't laugh at my jokes.
What?
Yeah, I know. Same reason you don't like anybody is they won't laugh at your jokes. And we're just like, well, I'm done with you then. I'm making funny small talk. And you're just, name please, wait. Let me stick you with this thing. Blood pressure. Stupid.
So the phlebotomists.
Phlebotomist.
In that building.
That's the blood taker.
Yes. The vampires. Like, they're the least. And I'm just like, what have you seen that has made you this hard? Like, it's like a 1950s gritty PI like outlook on life. And I'm just like, dude, it's not that serious. Like, are people psychotic when you're drawing their blood? Like, what is wrong with you as a human? Like, are you just a weird ass to go into phlebotomy?
Yeah, I think so. You gotta be kind of weird. Be like, I want to pull blood out of people for a living.
Do you guys know? Like, I don't know any phlebotomists, but I'm like, is it like a nurse that was like, I don't like people, but I also want healthcare money, so you know what I mean?
Stick them. Yeah, I don't know. There's probably a lot to it that you and I don't know, but I mean, this is a show about entertainment, so we're just gonna pretend we do.
Some said they don't. Okay, do not make the vampire joke at a phlebotomist because they will basically just stab you to death with a needle in annoyance. Because
oh, have you heard that one before?
Yeah, it's like when you walk. I just made this $100 bill.
Hey, we got 6 minutes left. You want to do some news and stuff?
Crap! Yes, yeah.
So I had some sounds. I think I found the one that I needed. Where is it? This one. Let's see if this works. That's probably loud. Did it work?
I didn't hear it at all.
I didn't hear it either, but it seemed to work. I think the audience did. I just didn't hear it. That's the factoid of the week sound. Of the more than 5 billion pizzas sold worldwide, approximately 3 billion are sold in the U.S. each year. That's 46 slices a year per person. That's a lot of pizza. It also made me hungry when I read that factoid.
Earlier today?
Yeah, I did have food. I had food. I had Italian food for dinner. Don't judge me. It was a Bertolli meal. I dumped it in the pot, and I cooked it, and I ate it. It was great.
I had
the
curry.
Easiest.
Blah, 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 blah.
I like curry, but I don't like the smell that remains. There's your show
smell
title.
Anything. The smell that remains. That's like Stephen's debut novel.
It's
the smell that lingers.
Yeah.
The remains of the smell.
It's about the dog crap someone threw in my trash can last week that just stayed there. So, all right, real quick aside before we get too far into things, as like we got any time left. Dog poop. You put it in the bag because you're walking your dog, right? And you carry it around. You see a trash can. That trash can seemingly has no trash in it because the trash people have already picked it up for the day. Like trash cans on the side of the road. You chuck trash bag into empty trash can. Are you an a-hole?
You're a douche. You are a flaming douche from the nether realms of hell, and you need your asshole kicked in. And especially because you're going to make the argument that, no, it's what am I supposed to do? Take it the fuck with you if you're out walking your shitty ass dog. Take the poop home and put it in your trash can for a week, you flaming piece of shit. No,
all right,
I hate 'em.
Good. Settled. Because I've been upset about it for a week because I'm
They're wrong.
And look, I'm reasonable. If the trash hasn't ran yet,
sure,
by all means, throw it in there. It's going to get gone in at least an hour, 2 hours, whatever. Fine, it's gone. But if you throw it in my empty, fresh trash can and it's going to sit at the bottom for a week.
For a week in 99 degrees.
It smelled like dog, like I could smell the dog food through my trash can in the dog poo. And I've never been so mad in my life. I've been for a week. Yeah, for a whole flippin' week when it's hot and sunny out there. I've had maggots in my trash can because of that bull crap. Like I went to grab it one night and roll it out to the street, and I felt something squishy, and it was dark because I didn't turn the light on because I'm an idiot. And then I turned the light on, and I was like, oh, look, dinner. Amazing. It was so gross. I went and got a glove and brought it back out. Okay, good. I know they're an a-hole. I'm justified. I needed really you to tell me that they were turds, and I need to go hunt them down.
There was this whole conversation before I deleted Nextdoor about people bitching at each other, and I'm like, just if you're gonna walk your dog and your responsibility is your dog, don't leave a baggie of shit in someone else's yard. Pick up the shit and then take the shit home to your yard because it's your dog and it's still your property. Like,
yeah.
But then, like, and this is another thing. You can let a dog go piss in someone's yard, but if a 2-year-old pisses in your yard, I'm like, what the fuck's the difference? Like, you're letting a dog piss in somebody's... It's just right. It's still pee. Like, who gives a shit? If you don't care that your dog's doing it, why would you care that a kid is doing it? Why would you care if a grown man's doing it?
Yeah, everybody can just pee wherever they want. Urine all over the place. I can pee on your foot. The dogs are cute.
Part of my family. I'm like, okay. The kid's part of my family. My husband's part of my family. I'm going to go piss in your yard now. That's what you've done, Steven.
I know. It's a nightmare. World news.
Ridiculous.
Fresh pizza vending machine prompts curiosity and horror in Rome. This is in Rome, Italy, not Rome, Georgia, for you Georgianites. Raphael Esposito, the 19th century Neapolitan credited with inventing Italy's most famous type of pizza, may be turning in his grave. Rome has a new vending machine which slides out freshly cooked pizzas in just 3 minutes. Buyers using the flaming red Mr. Go pizza machine can choose from 4 different kinds of pizza, costing from €4.50 to €6. The machine kneads and tops the dough, and customers can watch the pizza cook behind a small glass window. Reviews by customers on Thursday of the machine, one of the first in Rome, range from acceptable if you're in a hurry, to outright horror. It looks good, but it's much smaller than a restaurant, and there's less toppings, said Claudia Zampiga, a pensioner. That's British for old person. Fabrizia Pugliese. I don't know how to do Italian.
You do the thing and you'll be
Fabrizia
right.
Pugliese. I don't know. A Naples native and university student in Rome gave the machine-made pizza a try and gave it a thumbs down, saying it tasted more like a paelladina, an ultra-thin, soft, unleavened bread wrap popular in northern Italy. It's okay, but it's not a pizza, was her verdict. Gina, because still the Italian I'm aware of. Gina, a pensioner who declined to give her surname, rejected the concept outright. Terrible. Pizza really needs to be eaten hot immediately. It doesn't work for me, she said. In fact, for many Italians, the classic pizza experience includes watching a pizziolo, pizza maker, knead the dough and cooking it in a wood-burning brick oven with the side of your table. In its current location, at least, the Mr. Go pizza machine will face stiff competition, getting a slice of the market. It's apparently placed right near a brick oven pizza place. So
in Italy.
It's a problem. Yeah, so vending machine pizza, I'm down. I think great idea. if you're in a hurry.
Well, I also like the differences between culture. Oh, we're down to 1 second. Now
Don't
we're
worry
not
about
gonna
it.
say
It's remember it's TV. It's a TV bomb. It has to stop at 1 second.
But like because in America, like you want your food fast because you've got so much shit to do, and everywhere else it's like I'm gonna stop and enjoy my meal with my family and my friends.
Yeah.
And then it kind of makes me sad.
Yeah.
Like,
I
who
mean,
would go to a pizza place and like watch them knead the dough and cook it? I'd be like, give me the pizza.
I don't know. I do like well, you can go to Blaze Pizza there in the Holly Springs down there. Blaze Pizza. It's like a Subway for brick oven pizza. So you go in, you're like, I want a pizza with these toppings, and they go make the dough, and then they put it in the oven, and then you watch it, and then they hand it to you. It's really good. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, see, subject to streams. He knows what I'm talking about. Papa Murphy's is kind of Subway for pizza, but you take it home and cook it yourself. Blaze is different. They cook it for you.
There's one downtown here too, and it's the people are like a-holes. The staff just suck, but the pizza's good.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's good pizza. You put up with
it's like the soup Nazi
for the food. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, WTF section. Here we go. WTF.
I forgot that there were 2 things, and I'm like, oh, we kind of did it. Doctors discover a man's penis is literally turning into a bone.
Yeah, that sounds like a problem.
All right. A 63-year-old man walked into a New York City hospital with what he expected to be a routine check on his hip pain that he had from a fall. Upon receiving the x-ray, doctors discovered that he was in fact suffering from the exceedingly rare condition of penile ossification. I did not know that you could have an appendage do the thing.
Me neither. It's brand new.
I got a boner. His penis was turning into an extraskeletal bone, the doctors say in their report. The initial x-ray said doctors were looking for fractures in the patient's hip area because he had fallen on the sidewalk. God, I can't wait to get to the I hope I've fallen. I can't get upstage.
With your little button. Rescue me.
Yeah, just like, jeez. Instead, they made an alarming and incredibly rare diagnosis. The man's penis was building up a bone-like calcification. He was suffering from penile ossification. As the doctors describe it, there was evidence of extensive plaque-like calcification along the expected distribution of the penis. How does that happen? Oh, it's going to tell me.
I just like the phrase of expected distribution.
Right?
Like, what does that mean?
Along the shaft of the member, the velvet had turned to cement.
Do not mess with Ashley and her ability to spout off synonyms. She did write a romance novel once.
God, that was so bad. Essentially, calcium salts had accumulated in his soft tissue along his penile shaft, as can be seen in the X-ray image below. Click.
I guess I should share that link.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to see.
Yeah. I'll do it on the video. Let's do it this way. Let's go this way. We'll do. Let's see if this button still works. We're rusty. That's a wiener somewhere in that X-ray, but there's apparently bone in there. I don't know. All right, before we get banned,
I just see a schlong. Oh my god! I think that's yeah. That was like the femur. Good for him.
Steven plays Russian roulette with the show on episode 2. True. Should have posted the link.
Oh, it's got it blurred out.
You can't see anything. It's an X-ray. I can't read those. I'm not licensed. We don't know what that was.
I don't it doesn't look like extensive plaque-like calcification.
It doesn't look like that? I mean, you can't read X-rays either. You are too not an X-ray reader.
Apparently neither is half the people here. So one of my friends walked around, well, she still got it. So she got walking pneumonia, went and for 6 months, went back. They're like, oh no, you're all clear. Come back 2 months later. She's like, something's wrong. Like I can't breathe. I'm coughing up blood. Like it feels like there's an elephant on my chest. They go back and do another CT scan. And she's got this huge mass on her left lung. And she went back and looked at the previous CT scan, and it was still there, but they told her she was fine. She's literally been walking around with walking pneumonia for 10 months and now has like a mass in her lung that they have to send a robot into her lung to look at and take a biopsy of. And I'm like, good job, team.
Oh, healthcare sucks.
It's so shitty. I'm like, I would now. So now she thinks she's dying. She's like, oh, I've got cancer and I'm going to die. I'm going to leave my 2 young children. And I'm like, health anxiety sucks, but they did not help.
They didn't help. Yeah, you need to know about stuff in advance. You know.
Yeah, like, oh no, you're all clear. You still have fucking pneumonia, but you know, whatever. We won't tell you that part.
That's because me and you, somebody like us, was watching the X-rays. Going.
I know.
Looks like a lung to me. I don't know. Probably.
I think they got pissed because she asked them to hurry. She's like, I have a young child home and I need to get home to put him to sleep. And then when the nurse came in, she's like, how old's your kid? She's like, well, he's 6 months. And I guess the nurse got pissed because she didn't consider a 6-month-old needing help to get to sleep.
Oh.
And I'm just like, you guys suck. Like, you all suck. I would have burned the building down, but she's a lot nicer than I am.
And you should have. And maybe we will. No, we won't. Yeah. I won't say that because what if it did burn
I'm like,
down?
what? I was going to say, what if it, like, catches on fire?
No.
Lightning strikes.
I know.
I am Thor.
I don't remember how to do internet safely.
He's like, I don't even backtrack anymore. I'm just like, never mind.
No, my backtracking is kind of broken. I had it fixed. I don't need to throw it in reverse quite as often anymore. I just go, whatever. They like me good. If they don't,
we'll
fine.
Just pop up a penis and threaten to burn down a building. No biggie.
No big deal.
That's fine.
I'm not afraid of the man. Whatever. Next time I hold up my social security card, dox me. I got LifeLock. Get out. Watch out. Oh, man. Well, that's all we have time for tonight, folks. This has been the half hour of power. I hope you've enjoyed. Ashley, do you have a good time?
I had a blast. I'm very excited I got to be angry online.
You know what? It's the old pastime. You get to be angry online, but we give you a microphone to do it with, which I think is important. Don't say we had a blast. Why not? What, sub? What did we do?
Oh, because the fire.
Oh, yeah. We threatened to set fire to a building.
Now if a hospital goes bad.
Whoops. Hey, thank you, everybody, for being with us and hanging out. If you want to email us stuff, you can do that. You can send it to twodorks. Excuse me, I burped a little. twodorksmedia@gmail.com. I'm so refined. If you want to join us in our chit chats all day long, you can go to twodorks.net/Discord and join the conversation in the Discord. We'd love to have you. It's a whole bunch of fun, bunch of great people. If you want to support the show, twodorks.net/support will take you to our Patreon page where you can join in with the wonderful friends Jesse, the Audie Norman, Hammer Dwarf, Adam of Geekheim, Steven's mom, and Og, who help us keep the lights on over here in the Orbiting HQ. And don't forget, you now have the option of doing your speak pipes over there at speakpipe.com/twodorks. So you can leave us a message. I think I made a short link for that and then forgot what it was. I think I called it like voicemail or something. I don't remember.
Oh,
what
really?
Is it? Speakpipe.com/twodorks. Just go there. You can leave.
It sounds dirty. Like SpeakPipe just sounds so dirty.
I thought it was like something special that the Wise and Nerdy folks made up, but then they were like, no, it's a service. And I was like, wait, what? They do that? I learned a lot about neat stuff that I didn't know existed for people who make things on the internet by just talking to other people. So yeah, leave us a SpeakPipe. It's going to be great. And also after this, coming up in just 20 minutes, if you're live watching us, I'm going to be over there on Wise and Nerdy at twitch.tv/wise_N_nerdy. I made that really easy to repeat to your friends.
Thanks, guys.
Over there on Twitch. So head over and join me and Joe and Kurt and Vito, I think, who are going to be talking about a bunch of nerdy stuff. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, so that's exciting.
It is exciting. I've been having a blast.
Your dance card full, baby.
I know. I was on the Be Awesome Together podcast or Digital Media Track last night.
That.
Yeah, thank you for coming by, everybody. So
I
excited.
saw you in Groove.
I was there, and Groove was there, and it was great.
I had to listen for the... Yeah.
Oh, no, go ahead. Say the words. Oh,
I listened to like the first 10 minutes of it in silence because I was laying beside a child. But then I'm like, this is so much better with sound.
But I can see them. They look like they're having a good time.
I was like, they're all laughing.
Thank you everybody for Thank you everyone for joining us. We've had a great time. I hope you've had a great time, and we will see you next time on Steven and Smash's Half Hour of Power. Bye.
Bye.
I actually don't know
Almost
if
said
that button's
H&H,
going to
didn't
work. Yeah, I did. I don't know if that button's going to work. I don't think it is. Let's hit this one.
There you go.
It died.
Did it stop?
It just cut off.
Two
That was weird.
dorks! I thought I broke something because I started typing. I'm like, oh my god, how did I break that on his end?
I heard you typing it. I didn't know why it died. I was like, what? I didn't touch anything. Like, I lightly bumped my microphone and was convinced it was. I was like, what did I do? I don't know.
Nope, it was me.
I think the button I pressed that didn't work caught up to the button that I had pressed to make the music start. And it was like, I'm just going to stop all the music because that's what he told me to do. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're going to get the hang of it eventually, everybody. We were 590 episodes into the last one.
We're liars.
And we never got the hang of that either. So, best of luck to this show being 30 minutes. We made it 42 minutes.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I think
we
so.
Did some notes. Oh, was
did.
there like a words of wisdom or some shit?
Oh, F. Yes. I got so distracted with the speak pipes, I forgot. So if you're here live and you want to know what the words of wisdom were, they're from legendary punk rock / now spoken word artist Henry Rollins, who said, "Pizza makes me think that anything is possible." There you go. That's your words of wisdom for today.
I like their words of wisdom. OF. I like
so good.
those.
26, Ashley, 26 swears. That dog poop story really set you off.
I hate people. I simultaneously think people are the coolest things on the planet, but I also hate people.
I love
Stupid.
so many of them. So I am trying really hard. So if there was a vice, a problem, a thing in me that I would like to excise, just like, and then throw it away and never deal with it again. It's the narrative you build when you see somebody you don't like or you don't understand of like who they are and what they're doing. You know what I mean? Because like, how many times have I done something stupid and been like, I did that stupid thing. I shouldn't have done that stupid thing. But there's somebody going, that guy's one of them inconsiderate buttholes. And I'm like, no, I cut you off. But I feel real bad about it because it was an accident. I didn't know you were that close. You know what I mean? Like, and if I could pull that part and just learn how to re-empathize with other people as other humans traveling the world and just assume the best, I would try that. That would be good.
I'm not normally wrong about people, though. Like, if I think someone's an asshole, okay, with the exception of garlic. Like, I thought garlic was like a flaming ass wipe, but I'm like, no, you're actually really super cool. So
Yeah,
okay, I've been wrong once in 42 years. That's right. I'm awesome.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
Steve is like, I would like to be better. I'm like, I am awesome.
I'm already better. What are you
Let
talking
me tell you
about?
why.
Like that
Okay,
guy
you
that
guys.
I saw, he's, the story I made up in my head is accurate, and I know it, even though I only saw him one time.
So,
Anyway.
no. I thought you were awesome, sub. Steven thought you were a sarcastic a-hole, which you are. So it wasn't technically wrong.
Right. I was right, but then I learned to love him.
Right.
Right.
I love sarcastic a-holes from the get-go. So I'm just like, no, this kid rocks.
Yes. Ashley tends to like people I don't like. And then I have to figure out how to navigate it. I'm like, I don't like that person. They're mean and they're ugly. No, that's just who they are. Well, yeah, that's the problem. That's why I don't want to be around.
He's messing with you, and Steve's like, I know. Why is he doing that? I'm like, I think because he likes you. I would. was
He's not.
amazing.
That's not my love language. So he's gonna need
That
to
was like
rethink.
10 years ago.
Stop
I was
it.
a baby.
We're not that old.
Little
Bull
baby
crap.
shop.
All right, I gotta go drink some water and tuck my kid in, and then get ready for this next thing I'm doing. Go
in like
over
5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, go over to this. I'm gonna put it here. Go over to this place. Follow these guys. They're great. And I'll be over there in like 20 minutes.
Okay.
They start at 8:30, but I gotta go meet them and make sure my audio works. All right, you guys are awesome. Ashley, you're awesome, and I will see everybody back later. Bye.
Bye.